They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They run for the first time with Benny Snell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 60 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Draw play, and it's Snell. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Snell, the ball carrier.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
On first down, it's Snell again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the 49er.
They'll run with Snell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, Winston. And Winston lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Darrell Taylor able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Brought down at his own.
Tackle by Emmanuel Mosley.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. He'll hit Whitaker on the flat. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
His pass.
Call it a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Stanley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll take it down shy the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
49er, 1st down.
Now Garoppolo. That's Samuel. Caught left side.
Garoppolo's
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. These 2 rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
26-yard line.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Number 83. Touchdown, San Francisco.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run it with Carson. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Winston. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 66 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nick Bosa on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Niners' 28-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And Winston lost the football.
Jimmy Garoppolo sacked. A fumble on the play.
2nd time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Seahawks 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I'll give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
Shaquille Griffin.
It seems to me that our friend, old momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jameis to throw it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A second down throw for Winston. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Carson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The give to Whitaker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Whitaker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here's Winston. Dancing to his left. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd and 19.
3rd and long for Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
7, Seahawks 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the 49ers.
Now Snell. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Garoppolo's pass complete. A fumble on the play.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A first down throw for Winston. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 16 more on that one and another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Winston now to throw on first down. This will be caught at about the 6.
Winston's pass.
Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and
to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Winston. Eluding the press. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Murphy. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Garoppolo. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. 33-14, the final score. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Baker Mayfield, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the first half. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Isabella, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. This is Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston now. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Here's Whitaker. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
He was brought down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
On play action, Winston. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Dixon to kick
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now it's Murphy. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third down.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
On the play.
All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more. But that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 16, Winston. Buying time to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 2.
On the ground, Whitaker. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 1 yard on the play.
Third and goal, Winston. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Murphy. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Snell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
A run for Snell. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Defense wins championships, baby. Mine's 54. Wait, not 54. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. That ball complete to Isabella. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Whitaker. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
6-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Carson again, the ball carrier. Brought down behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And this offense is running away with this one. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And a 49er first down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Spinning away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, San Francisco.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 20.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here we go. Ready?
Garoppolo again. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
From the 1.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. On the return, here's Hall. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Again, brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Again, they'll go on the ground with Whitaker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Today's
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500.